So do you guys remember around 6 weeks ago, I made a video talking about how Elight was making false copyright claims on YouTube? If you haven't watched that video, you can watch it now. Anyway, as people were discussing that video, I saw a handful of comments saying things like, "Oh yeah, and have you seen Chang's book? It's full of mistakes and plagiarism." So I thought, well, that sounds kind of interesting. So I decided to get a hold of a copy myself and check it out. Indeed, the book has many typos and elementary level grammar mistakes in it, as well as an absolutely appalling amount of plagiarism. Far more than I expected to find. Now, to me, the plagiarism is the much more serious issue. It's something a bit longer, on page 155. Here it says, "What are you going to do at the weekend? I'm quite busy, really," and so on. They copied that exercise from this book, Oxford Living Grammar Elementary by Ken Patterson. If we look on page 41 in Oxford Living Grammar, "What are you going to do at the weekend? I'm quite busy, really," and so on. Elight's is copied word for word. Now let's go a few pages back to 141 in Elight's book. The world-famous author of the Harry Potter books, J.K. Rowling, was born in 1965 in England. They copied that from this book, Macmillan English Grammar in Context Essential by Simon Clark. If we look at page 51 of this book, the world-famous author of the Harry Potter books, J.K. Rowling, was born in 1965 in England. And they copied a lot more from this book as well. On page 158 in Elight's book, number 1, it's 8:30, Claire is still in bed. 2, John has the ball, there are no defenders near. And page 59 in Macmillan English Grammar in Context, exactly the same. 1, it's 8:30, Claire is still in bed, and so on. Also, the thing I showed at the very beginning of the video, where Elight even copied the design of the Eiffel Tower bit, that came from page 40 in Macmillan English Grammar in Context, and it's page 117 in Elight's book. Although Elight actually made a mistake in the plagiarism. They forgot the word "the" before Eiffel. There are some other cases too where Elight not only copied the words, but the design. Another case of copying the design comes on page 253 of Elight's book. Amazing facts. The lowest point, Antarctica has the most extreme climate, the biggest tree, the shortest river. And here we have the same. Amazing facts, the lowest point, Antarctica, so on. That one was copied from a book called Active Grammar Level 1, a book published by Cambridge. I found 8 different places where Elight copied from this book, but I'll just show you 2 of them. On page 159 in Elight's book, "Will you go? Are you going to Joe's Halloween party next week?" And page 51 in Active Grammar, "Will you go? Are you going to Joe's Halloween party next week?" Although the funny thing here is they changed the names from Jill and Kelly to Henry and Bella. Do they think that changing the names makes it no longer plagiarism? And then page 347 in Elight's book, the entire page is copied from page 141 in Active Grammar. Exercise 1, 2, lies, he, many, told. Page 141 in Active Grammar. 2, lies, he, many, told. Exercise 2, I don't like this weather, it's too hot. I don't like this weather, it's too hot. Exercise 3, there's not enough salt, can you buy some more? There's not enough salt, can you buy some more? Exercise 4, I don't feel very well, I've eaten. I don't feel very well, I've eaten. Now, I'm not going to show you all the cases of plagiarism I found, because this video would end up being very long. So here's what I did instead. I made a spreadsheet where I cataloged every instance of plagiarism I found, and I've shared this spreadsheet publicly. There's a link in the description as well as in the comments. For each entry, I've included the page number in Elight's book, and just for reference, I'm looking at the 3rd printing. I think that the previous and later printings might be a little bit different. I'm not sure. Anyway, there's the page number, the number of the exercise or activity, a photo that I took of that exercise and uploaded, as well as a link that takes you to a page with the same content. Now, one thing to note is the link may not take you to the original source. In some cases, it'll take you to a page in India or Russia or Spain or Turkey that also copied. So it doesn't exactly prove where Elight copied from, but at the very least it proves that their work is not original. If I was able to find the original source though, that is listed in the last column. If you look at this spreadsheet, you'll see that I found over 100 cases of Elight copying. I honestly couldn't believe it. I thought I would maybe find 10, at most 20, over 100. And there is one more that I want to show you in detail. On page 335 of Elight's book, it says, Diwali means the festival of light. It's my favorite time of year. And here we've got the same thing. Diwali means the festival of light. It's my favorite time of year. And where did Elight copy from? The British Council. Now, the British Council is an organization I admire. Their website has got loads of free resources for English learners and English teachers to use. Teachers can find lesson plans, writing assignments, games, activities, and they're free to download and print those resources and use them in their classroom. And here Elight is deliberately plagiarizing those free resources in order to profit off their $14 book. If you're wondering how to describe that situation in English, I think disgusting would be an appropriate term. Oh, and if you want to have your stomach turned just a little bit more, check out this gem from the front matter. No part of this book is permitted for copying or distribution in any form or by any means, electronic, audio, blah blah blah, without the prior written consent of the author Fan Kyo Chang or a representative of Elight Education LLC. Any copying without the agreement of the author is illegal and in violation of Vietnamese publishing law, international copyright law, and the Berne Convention for the Protection of Literary and Artistic Works. Unbelievable. Evidently, Chang and her little team of helpers at Elight feel that, oh, copying and plagiarism are very, very wrong. Unless they're the ones doing it. Now, some of you might be thinking, oh, well, maybe Elight got permission to use all that stuff. I don't think so. If you look at the front matter of any serious book, you'll see something like this. The author and publishers are grateful for the permission to reprint the following copyright material, and then a long list of attributions. In the front matter of Elight's book, there is no such thing, nor is there in the back matter. I have no sympathy for plagiarists, any of them. I will admit though, I have a particular dislike for Elight, and here's why. It's because of posts like this, where Chang says that the success of the book has exceeded her expectations, and part of the reason for that success is the creativity involved. Or the fact that she's now going around to competitions like Vietchallenge 2018 and talking about how she wants to take Elight international. She's basically going out and posing as this great entrepreneur and educator who the youth of Vietnam should admire and emulate. And to me, it just seems like a total fraud.